My pontoons shifted a little bit overnight, but it only took me a few minutes to get them straightened out again. I think I actually got them straightened out better than they were before. Anyway, then I put a whole bunch of layers of fiberglass all the way around the seams, and so it's pretty rigid now. I could take off my supports back there and everything. Alright, well this is just going spectacularly. Except that I ran out of black color stuff. Arrgh, I might be able to squeeze out a little more from the can I have. Anyway, next I want to work on 2 cross beams here, I think. And then I can work on all the parts back here. And even without my black color stuff, that's okay, I have a lot to do. Because the first thing is to make a mold of some kind where I can make a whole bunch of similar cross pieces. Yeah. And I should totally move that boat, so I don't have to walk through the water to get to it. I can just drag it over here somewhere. Because now it's, I mean, that cross beam is big enough that it holds the whole thing rigid really well. So I can just move it over and let it float. Alright, I'm using this here sheet metal for the mold for my cross pieces. And I think I decided that I'm going to have the cross pieces stick up a little higher than down, because it will leave more space for a third pontoon to fit between the main pontoons. And it'll also, well, every meter or so there will be a bump in the floor, right? And that will give me the option of having a floor above that and then the floor below that, so I could, store things under there if I need to between the floors. But I think most of the time I would just leave the top part off, and then there will be a floor bump. But then I would also have secret subfloors, so if stormtroopers boarded me, I could hide below there. Anyway, so I'm using this to make these beams, and so far I've just used my fancy metal bending machine, which is just a 2x4, and my fingers. So that's going to be flanges that stick out. Next I have to make it go like this in some way, and then it'll stick out the other side. So I need to take this and I'm trying to figure out, do I want it to go like a triangle, or do I want it to be rounded, or do I want it to be like box tube, or like, trapezoid? I don't know. There's advantages and disadvantages to each shape. And then once I make one, I'm going to basically use this for several of them, so I want to think about it before I do it. Oh, and I'm also thinking that I'll be able to use the same mold for the vertical pieces and probably the roof pieces too, if I make this the right shape, like one that's compatible with all those different things. So, alright, I think I just got an idea for how to use this sheet metal for a couple different shapes of beams. If I make cross-section pieces, kind of like plywood would be the obvious thing, but I don't have that, so I'll have to use probably some other kind of wood. And make a shape like this, cut into it, then I can just mash the sheet metal into it and make sure there's no sharp folds, so I'll be able to bend it back. But mash it in there and just tack it in with 2 nails, and then that'll hold the shape. I'll put like one at the front, one at the back, and then I'll have my tube. And then I can take that off and change the shape to something else, whatever I need. Then I can use my piece of sheet metal for a lot of different things. Let me think. I might have to get out a chainsaw right now. Yeah, I think in chainsaw. Yeah. All right. First though, I just want to see how hard this is to bend. Maybe just put a bit of curve in the metal. inches. So I get 18 inches to draw whatever shape I want. Alright, if I chainsaw a slab off of this, 2 slabs off that should do it. Or this piece of wood I found in the water recently, I could cut a couple chunks of that off. Alright, that's 18 inches from here up over to the other side. I think that's the cross section for my cross pieces. Looks good to me anyway. I think that's about close enough. Almost in the right shape. I just need this right there. I guess I'll just put something across here to hold it. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Hey, you waxing the metal? Someone's apparently totally engrossed in their job. How's the crossbeam?
The cross beams, they will be awesome. They're going to be. Well, you might think about putting foam inside them. Foam.
Dog. Alright, you think it's looking pretty good? Yeah. Get all the spots down there. Is tried and jaded. It's overcomplicated. Don't want nothing from you. We're not gonna take it. No, we're gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. Okay. Oh, I think that came out pretty good. Sweet. I think I'll pull that out tomorrow. Alright, in these things I've got 2 layers of the mat going over the top and 2 layers of the woven stuff. So 4 layers in the top part. And the bottom is 2 layers of mat and 1 layer of woven. So 3 and then 4. And if I ever need to figure out how many layers are in anything, I'm going to have to watch a lot of videos. What do you think?
I think Bruce would think this is the coolest place on earth.